Welcome to Holy Cross online class of class 9 mathematics chapter 1 number systems. I'm going to cover the whole chapter in 6 sessions. So today let me cover the introduction part numbers and exercise 1.1. Let us see the type of numbers. At first we have natural numbers 1, 2, 3 etc. up to infinite. Natural numbers are denoted by the symbol n. Next, we have the set of whole numbers. Set of natural numbers added with 0 gives set of whole numbers denoted by the symbol w. Then we have the set of integers. Set of whole numbers added with the negative numbers gives the set of integers denoted by the symbol z. And next we have the set of rational numbers which we have studied in the earlier classes denoted by the letter q. The definition of rational numbers are like this. Numbers which can be expressed in the form p by q where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. We have some examples of rational numbers. Negative 2 by 3, 6 by 10, negative 7 by 20, etc. All are in the form of p by q where q not equal to 0. Next, we have the set of irrational numbers. The definition of irrational numbers are like this. Numbers which can be expressed in the form p by q where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. Some examples of irrational numbers are root 2, root 3, root 5, etc. And pi is also an irrational number. And you may think about why root 4 is not coming in this category, because root 4 is equal to 2, which is an rational number. Now let us study what is a real number. Real numbers are the collection of rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational numbers and irrational numbers together make the collection of real numbers denoted by the symbol capital R. Now let us study the representation of rational numbers on the number line. In the smaller classes already we have studied how to make a number line. At first we drew one line, 0 as the midpoint. The set of natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. we have marked on the right side of the number line. The negative numbers minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, etc. we have marked on the left side of the number line. And the position of rational numbers will be almost like this. I need to mark 1 by 2 on the number line. The position of 1 by 2 will be in between 0 and 1. Similarly, on the negative part, we have negative 1 by 2 like this. So this is a number line. Now here I have prepared a mind map of numbers. Numbers are divided into two types, real numbers and imaginary numbers. Real numbers are numbers in which the square gives always a positive number. But imaginary numbers are numbers in which the square is always a negative number. About imaginary numbers we will study in higher classes. Now let us come to the real numbers. Already we have studied that real numbers are the combination of rational numbers and irrational numbers. And rational numbers are the combination of integers as well as the fractions. And integers are the combination of whole numbers with negative numbers. Whole numbers are the combination of 0 with natural numbers. So here we have one more picture which shows the position of numbers one by one. By this diagram, you can easily remember real numbers. Real numbers consist of set of irrational numbers and rational numbers. And as we said earlier, rational numbers consist of integers. Integers consist of set of whole numbers, and the set of whole numbers contains natural numbers. But the reverse is not possible, because all natural numbers are whole numbers, but all whole numbers are not natural numbers. Similarly, all integers are rational numbers, but all rational numbers are not integers, and so on. Let's move to the first exercise, exercise 1.1. Question number 1. Is 0 a rational number? Can you write it in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0? So what is your opinion about this question? Can you write 0 in the form of P by Q? And can you say that 0 is a rational number? So it is obvious that 0 is a rational number. So we may write the answer like this. Yes, 0 is a rational number. It can be written in the form P by Q. That is, 0 divided by 1 gives 0. 0 divided by 2 also gives 0. 0 upon any number gives 0. So 0 is a rational number and it can be written in the form P by Q. That is the solution for the first question. Now, moving on to the second question. Find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. So already we have studied in class 8 how to find rational numbers between any two rational numbers. Already we know that there are infinitely many rational numbers between any two rational numbers. From that infinitely many rational numbers, we need only 6 rational numbers. For that, the procedure is almost like this. We may write 3 and 4 as 3 by 1 and 4 by 1 with the same denominator. Now multiply the fractions with any suitable number. Here I am going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number 10, because it's very easy to multiply by the number 10. So with the same number I am going to multiply 4 by 1 also. So the result will be like 30 by 10 and 40 by 10. So from these two fractions, let us pick 6 rational numbers. So I am taking in the ascending order the next number 31 by 10, 32 by 10, etc. up to 36 by 10. So this need not be the answer for all, because here I multiplied by 10. That's why the rational numbers became like this. If I am taking another number or choosing another number, I will get another set of numbers. So this is a solution for the second question. Now, moving on to the third question. The question is, find 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. So already we have studied that there are infinitely many rational numbers between any two rational numbers. For that, each fraction is multiplied by the same number on the numerator as well as the denominator. So the result comes like this: 30 by 50 and 40 by 50. So I am picking 5 rational numbers between these two rational numbers. So 5 rational numbers I took as 31 by 50, 32 by 50, etc. 35 by 50. So this is the answer for the third question. Now coming to the last question, we have state whether the following statements are true or false. The first question, every natural number is a whole number. So from the diagram, it's clear that this is a true statement. Every natural number is a whole number. Now, moving on to the second statement, every integer is a whole number. So from the diagram itself, we can say that the statement is wrong because every integers are not whole numbers, especially the negative numbers are not coming under the category of whole numbers. So the second statement becomes false. Now the last question, every rational number is a whole number, and the statement is false. From the diagram itself, we can say that every rational number is not a whole number. And this is the end of session 1. Have a great day. Stay home and stay safe.